Hi, I'm Anthony.
Hi, I'm Bruce from Legacy Coins and Capital.
Today we're going to be talking about how to sell your collection. Or is it a good time to sell your collection? We have a lot of people that call us and try to ask us, is this a good time? And pretty simple answer.
Well, the answer is gold is at its highest. Silver is at almost $30 an ounce. The question is, people feel very intimidated about coming in and calling a coin shop. Are they getting the best value? Are they getting the best deal? And we're here to kind of educate you as to what to bring in and what type of material has value and what type of material has no value or just spending money.
So when people call us, right, it drives me crazy.
I know it does.
When you tell people, oh, just come on in. And we're sitting there with a customer explaining to them that there's absolutely no value in this and no value in that. And I feel bad actually for the customer coming in because they travel 25 minutes or a half hour and they have nothing. So today, right, we want to help solve that problem. We're going to go through things that you should bring into our shop that actually has value so you can not waste your time and not waste our time.
Many people get material that either inherited from a spouse, a loved one, a brother, a relative, a grandfather. They find something and they don't know the difference between what silver value is and what spending money is. So maybe we should kind of explain that today.
Absolutely. But I first want to address the first question that everybody always asks when they come in. Is it a good time to sell? And what I say to people is this, right? No one can get no one can sell at the height of the market. No one can sell at the low of the market, right? Or no one can buy at the low of the market, I should say, right? No one can time the market perfectly. We can't either.
That's right.
So you have to kind of go with what you see what's going on, right? You have gold hitting all-time highs, right? And you have silver finally coming back from slumping for a lot of years, right?
Correct.
So if we're selling in this market, you should be selling in this market as well. It only makes sense.
Absolutely.
Now, gold, let's say, is at $2,500 an ounce, and we have silver, let's say, at $30 an ounce, right? Let's say you come in on a day that silver went down $1 and gold went down maybe $20 to $30. Are you still selling at good levels?
I would think so, absolutely.
Absolutely. So there's no reason to sit back and try to time the market perfectly. When you come into our shop, we're going to show you where the market is that day.
Okay. So here's my question. Why is this Walking Liberty considered junk silver? I mean, isn't it worth money? It's from the 1940s.
Junk silver, right, is a term that we use in our office, not in our office, in the industry. And people will say, oh, does that mean it's junk? No, not at all. It doesn't mean it's junk. It's just an industry term that we use. Junk silver is any type of monetized silver that prior to 1964. So you have half dollars, quarters, dimes, right? And there's different designs for each one of those denominations. Now, there are some coins within each denomination or series, okay, that are worth some money. But for the most part, it's 90% silver.
So another way to phrase this is that this is legal circulating tender. And for the most part, in today's market, you're buying it based on the intrinsic value, where there's no really collectability outside of the fact that it has 90% silver.
Correct. And I mean, don't get me wrong. There are certain dates in each denomination series, like I said, that are worth more than just their silver value.
Right.
And when the customers come in, that's where we break that down. And we take out the better dates for you and say, hey, listen, this coin is significantly more valuable than its just silver value.
But Anthony, people always hear, oh, I went on eBay and I saw this, I saw that. I saw a Walking Liberty selling for $5,000. Do I have that coin?
Yes, I know. It's a question that's asked all the time. They come into our shop and say, "I've seen this on Etsy. I've seen this on here. I've seen this here, there," and it says that it's $10,000. Not true at all. Okay, these are people that are just looking to try to pull the wool over somebody's eyes or try to price gouge somebody.
Right.
It doesn't make sense, and
Right.
we have the ability to show you when you come into our shop what that coin is actually worth.
Okay, that makes sense. So when we're talking about silver, for the most part, we're talking about bullion-related items that were legal tender, heavily circulated, and used as real money.
Right, so-
Back in the 40s and
Right.
the 1800s, like a Morgan dollar.
Right. So let me break. It's very easy to break down. Right.
Okay.
You have your half dollars, which consist of your Walking Liberty half dollars. They were
Okay.
minted from 1916 to 1946.
Okay, right.
You have your Ben Franklin half dollars, which are from 1948 to 1963, right? And then you have your JFK, your John F. Kennedy half dollars, which in 1964 are 90%. JFK dollars from 1965 to 1970 are only 40% silver, okay? Then you have your quarters. You have your Barber quarters, your Washington quarters, okay? Your Washington quarters that are silver started in 1932 to 1964, right? And then you have your Mercury dimes and Roosevelt dimes. Your Mercury dime started in 1916 and went all the way up until 1945.
So when we look at these coins, or the customer has a group of coins, sometimes the customer will come in, and we love when they come in with a bag like this, because that means they took the time to organize it. And it's fine if you just have it in a coffee can, in a cookie tin, doesn't matter to us.
Right.
However, are all these, so let's take a half dollar.
Right.
You have a Walking Liberty, you have a Ben Franklin, you have a Kennedy half dollar. Mm-hmm. Are they all the same weight?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Different design.
So that's all they're not anything different. So all it is from an educational standpoint, by law, United States Mint will issue pieces that have same denomination, same circumference of the coin, and the same weight and the same silver content. Is that a fair assessment?
Fair assessment. Just
Okay.
different design. So, for example, that brings me to the silver dollars, right? So you have Morgan silver dollars, right, that were minted from 1878 to 1904, and then they did it one more time in 1921. Halfway through 1921, they changed the design to the peace dollar.
Right.
Okay, it was to commemorate peace after World War I. Completely different design than the Morgan dollar. The Morgan dollar was that old Wild West coin, right? That
Right.
really on the back it has the eagles with its wings
Correct.
spread, and just holds the olive branch.
Correct.
And,
You see these in the Westerns. And,
right,
you
right.
know,
Ready to. It's like a really aggressive design, right? And then you go into the peace dollar, which, like I said, was to commemorate peace after World War I. And that was, on the back, it's more, I know, more peaceful, more,
Right.
The eagle has its wings pulled behind
Right.
its back on a mountain crag. Same diameter, same weight, same silver content.
same face value, $1.
Different design.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Great. So, and
And let me just go back to the silver
Go ahead.
dollars, too. Silver dollars are a little bit different than your standard half dollars, quarters, and dimes, like I was saying, that are, 90% junk silver,
Mm-hmm.
right? Silver dollars always trade at a premium, okay, above their melt value. What that premium is all depends on the market that day, okay? But there are different branch mints when it comes to the silver dollars. Morgan silver dollars, for example, were minted, like I said, from 1878 to 1904, and then one more time in 1921, and they switched the design to the peace
Correct.
dollars, right? So the Morgan silver dollars, there's different branch mints that actually made the coin. So you had Philadelphia, right, which was the mother mint. Then you had San Francisco. Then you had New Orleans. Then you had Denver, which they only did in 1921.
21, correct.
And then we had Carson City. Did I say New Orleans?
I think you did,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, I did. New Orleans, right? So then you had Carson City, right? Carson cities are probably the most desirable of all the mint marks. Now, I want you to understand, though, how do you decipher which coins came from where? So on the reverse of the coin, because we get questions like this all the time, oh, I have an 1889 CC, right? How do you know that? Well, if you look on the back of the coin, especially on Morgan silver dollars, right? Above the D and the O in dollar, there'd be a little mint mark there. And most people can't even see it.
I know, they need magnification.
And if there's no mint mark, that means
That's a Philadelphia, that's a plane.
correct. And then
Correct.
for New Orleans, it would be an O. For S, it would be San Francisco. For Denver, it would be D. And then for Carson City, it would be CC.
All right, so so this is the type of material that we often get,
Right.
what people come in with, and we're happy to, liquidate for you. One other thing,
Sure.
people love these mint, United States mint
Mint
packs.
sets, proof
Mint
sets.
proof sets. So,
Right.
aren't these silver?
No, they are not silver. Now the mint did issue silver proof sets,
Right.
okay, which are ones like this, right? These are silver proof sets,
Right.
which are silver, right? But for the most part, proof sets and mint sets, they're really not worth much more than their face value. So if you have most people, that was a big thing back in the day. Everyone bought their proof sets and mint sets, right? From the U.S. Mint. They came in, nice packaging and everything. But to be quite frank with you, they are not worth much money.
The reality is, these 6 coins are worth face value, $1.86.
Pretty much.
Okay.
A little bit of premium, but nothing crazy.
So that pretty much wraps up our everything you ever wanted to know about silver and junk silver, and I'm afraid to ask but one other thing. Engelhardt bars.
Not an Engelhardt, just any 100
Well,
ounce silver.
you're right. You're absolutely correct.
Right.
And that's 100 ounces of 999 silver.
Right.
So these are assay bars, correct?
Yeah, they're just regular silver, 100
Nothing-
ounces, nothing crazy, no significant premium.
All right.
So just to wrap it up, I mean, what I would say is that, like I said, 90% silver is your half dollars, quarters, and dimes that are pre-1964 and prior.
And prior.
When it comes to your half dollars from 1965 to 1970, they're 40%, right? Proof sets and mint sets, not worth a whole ton of money. Your Morgan silver dollars and your Peace silver dollars always trade at a little bit of a premium over the silver spot price, right? They're different branch mints, so we have to, when you guys come in, we'll have to take a look at that. And then lastly, you'll never be able to time the market perfectly.
I agree. Thanks for joining us today, and have yourself a good day.